first lesson's second part, because we have already started the first lesson in last video only, isn't it? So we have started characteristics of living beings. So in that we have finished 4 points. Living beings are made up of cells, living beings respire, living beings eat food, living beings grow. So now we are going to start from the fifth point. Living beings move, living beings excrete, living beings reproduce, living beings respond to stimulus, living beings have lifespan. Okay, let us start our fifth point. Living beings move. So children, here animals move from one place to another place. They need some organs for that. Even they have special organs for this. In the example, you can see that snake is crawling. It's moving, but we can say a snake will crawl. Why? Because the snake don't have legs, isn't it? Yes, with the help of muscles and scales it will crawl. Like man, human being can walk on his leg. Human beings walk on their legs. In the case of birds or bats, they will fly with the help of wings. In the case of kangaroo, it will hop, children, with the help of two legs. And one more example is frog. If these type of animals will hop, hopping animals we can say. So the children, living beings move with the help of special organs. So in the case of plants, children, plants do not have organs for the movement as in animals. But then also we can observe some movements in the plants, isn't it? Yes, as soil holds roots of plants, they cannot move from one place to another. Still, we can observe the following movements in plants. What are those? Roots growing towards water in the soil. Sunflower plant turning towards the sun. So here in the first picture you can observe these are the roots of the plants. It grows towards the water in the soil. So it's growing towards the water in the soil. So in the second picture you can observe this sunflower plant turning towards the sun, isn't it? Yes. So by these movements we can observe the movements or living beings move. In the case of plants we can observe by these points. Okay, so living beings move. So our next point is living beings excrete. Living beings excrete. So children, living beings excrete means for example, in our houses what we'll do usually, if any wanted things or needed things, useful things are there, means we will keep it safely in our houses, isn't it? If any unwanted things are there, means what we will do, we'll throw outside. Or else if we'll not throw unwanted things outside, means we'll our house will be dirty, isn't it? As like same thing, many activities take place in the body of organisms. As a result, things which are unwanted for the body are also generated. These have to be thrown out of the body. If not thrown, body gets affected, isn't it? Yes. In the case of animals, throw out unwanted things of the body in the form of carbon dioxide, sweat, feces, and urine. They have special organs for this purpose. And in the case of plants, plants also give out carbon dioxide during respiration. Dry leaf, stem, rotting parts, all these separate from the plants. They release excess water to the atmosphere through leaves. In some season we can observe plants also leave water, rotting parts, and they will shed their leaves and all, isn't it? Yes. So in the first picture we can see this boy is getting sweat, isn't it? It means this boy's in his body, uh, through this sweating unwanted things is coming out. So in the second picture we can see in the tree, in the second picture the tree is giving oxygen and taking carbon dioxide, and this boy also giving carbon dioxide and taking oxygen, isn't it? And In the third picture also, that cow is giving or leaving unwanted things, unwanted thing from its body, isn't it? Yes. So the living beings excrete. So next point, living beings reproduce. Living beings reproduce means what, children? The young ones of each organism resemble that respective organism which gave birth to them. So what is reproduction? The process of an organism giving birth to young ones which is resemble, it is called reproduction. So in the picture you can observe, children, human being and cow, dogs are giving birth to young one. It resembles to birth, it resembles to them only, isn't it? But in the case of hen, what will happen? First it lays egg, after few days it hatches the egg and chicks will come out. And duck and lion also, we can see the babies, isn't it? So living beings reproduce. Next is how the reproduction process will happens in the plant. We can see in the life cycle of plant. Seeds is an important part of reproduction in plants. Seeds developing from seeds is one of the wonders of nature. Some plants apart from seeds produce new plants through stems, buds. So in the life cycle of plant, here it is the picture of life cycle of plant. Here we can see this is the stem and these are the seeds. Once we plant the seeds, then it will become a young plant, isn't it? Then it will become mature plant. After this mature plant will produce flower, and this flower becomes fruit. Again in fruit we will get seeds, again we can plant the seed, again we will get a young plant, again mature plant, flower, fruit. This is the life cycle of plant, children, isn't it? Seed or stem and it will become young plant, mature plant, it produces flower, and flower become a fruit, again we can get the seeds. Okay, so this is the life cycle of plant. So the next is living beings respond to stimulus. What is this? Organisms respond in their own way. Living beings respond to the changes in their surrounding environment. Usually they respond to touch, heat, cold, sound and smell. They have special organs for these. So in the first picture we can observe, if we touch the hot bowl, suddenly we will take our hand, or else we will remove our hand from the that hot ball, isn't it? So it means we will respond to heat, will respond to stimulus. So in the second picture, here this dog is sitting quietly, but here, see here, this dog, when it see that meat, the dog mouth started watering. Yes, no? So it means dog or animals respond to stimulus. In the third picture, so this is the touch me not plant. If we touch or any insects touches it, it fold their leaves. It leaves it. The leaves will be folding. You can observe in the picture. So it means even plants also respond to stimulus. So living beings respond to stimulus. So the next point, living beings have lifespan. Organisms take birth, become adults, reproduce, become old and die at last. Isn't it, children? Yes. So living beings have lifespan. So what is that lifespan? The period between birth and death of an organism is called lifespan. So for example, here some animals and average lifespan is there. First one is turtle. So this turtle can live up to 150 years, and elephant can live up to 70 years, cow 20 years, eagle 20 years. Man means human beings can live up to 70 to 80 years on average. So living beings have lifespan. So next point, based on the lifespan, plants are classified into three. So we have learnt, we came to know human beings and animals lifespan. Now based on lifespan, plants are classified into three. So those are annuals, biennials, perennials. Plants which bear flower, produce fruits and die in a year or season, that plants are called annuals. For example, jowar, wheat, paddy, pumpkin, vegetable, cotton. In the below picture you can see jowar and cotton picture plants. Next one is biennials. Plants which live up to 2 years or 2 seasons, produce flower, fruit and seeds and die. Those are called biennials. For example, carrot, ginger, cabbage, sugarcane, beetroot. Below the picture you can see carrot and sugarcane picture. Third one is perennials. Plants which live for many years and keep producing flower, fruit and seeds. Those are called perennials. In the case of annual, only 1 year. Biennial, 2 seasons or 2 years. Perennials, many years. Perennials example, mango tree, lemon, neem, coconut, jackfruit and areca nut, etc. Areca nut means this is also type of the betel nut children, and this is second picture is jackfruit. So based on lifespan, plants are classified into three: annuals, biennials, perennials. So the next point, plants are classified into two. What are those? Monocotyledons, dicotyledons. So what do you mean by monocotyledons? Monocotyledons seeds has only one cotyledon. It means only one leaf will sprout at during germination. In monocotyledons, only one leaf will sprout at during germination. For example, jowar, ragi, wheat, paddy, millets, etc. In the dicotyledons, di means two. So dicotyledons, what do you mean by dicotyledons? Dicotyledon seeds has two cotyledons. It means two leaves will sprout at during germination. So here we can see germination also and two leaves also. For example, groundnut, horse gram, groundnut, red gram, bengal gram, etc. In the case of monocotyledon, only one leaf germination we can, or a one leaf sprout we can see here. So these are monocotyledons and dicotyledons. So the next point is importance of animals. So animals are very important for us, isn't it children, in our environment? Yes, because animals play an important role in maintaining the environment. If animals are destroyed, it affects other organisms as there will be scarcity of food. For example, if all the fishes ends, all the fishes if we eat means other animals who will be living in the water, like a shark, octopus, some animals are there, no, water animals, what they will eat, even they will not get the fish as a food, isn't it? Yes. So in the recent years, government has taken measures to protect animals through national forest, wildlife sanctuaries, bird sanctuaries and reserved forest, and hunting is banned, isn't it? So animals are very important to our environment, play an important role in the maintaining environment. So children, I hope you understood all the points of characteristics of living beings, isn't it? So you have to read the lesson once, then you will understood completely. Okay, you have to read the lesson once. So now the time for homework. So children, here in the first question, one activity is there on human respiration. We have learned that living beings respire. These are two lungs. These are two lungs. Like see here, these are two lungs. Here also we can show. These are two lungs. During respiration, living beings take in air, use the oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Yes, no, we have learnt already. So this is the one of the characteristics of living beings, isn't it? Yes. So even you have to do this activity. Do anyone in these four. Do anyone. Okay, this is one example, and this one. So you can do any one in this, and you have to post it in the group, and you have to explain like this only. We have learned that living beings respire. These are two lungs. During respiration, living beings take in air, use the oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Okay, you can make anyone, you can post it in the group, children. And second one is write a short note on environment. So these points must, you should include what is environment, living beings, non-living things, and the characteristics of living things. You have to write a short note up to only one page is enough. Okay children, thank you.